Hello, this is Brian with the Integrity Group. We're going to do a training today, basic skills on how to get in the door. We're going to talk about a few things that gives us a leg up over the competition. We're going to talk about how we can maximize our lead process. And that's what we really need to do, right? Is maximize our lead process and find the skill sets that helps us close more sales. That's what we're talking about, right? So let's start by talking about education, okay? Our website is www.medtig.com. www.medtig.com. Now, why am I telling you about medtig.com? Because on that website gives everyone the ability to become a LIS expert. An LIS expert. Okay, so let's talk about LIS. LIS stands for this is participation, low income subsidy, right? Subsidy, right? Okay. Now, what is low income subsidy? It's a federal program to help you lower your prescription cost. It's a federal program to help you lower your prescription cost. Okay, so do we help our clients apply for LIS?
Yes.
Yes. Do we verify what level the customer has?
Yes.
Yes. So how many levels of LIS are there? There's four. 4 levels of LIS. Okay, 4 levels of LIS. Okay, so when we go to see a customer for a lead, are we going to sell a Medicare Advantage?
No.
We're going for an LIS check. Okay, so on the leads that we're currently using, we are going to do an LIS check. That's to see what level LIS they are, how we can help them lower their prescription costs, and to educate them about the WellCare brand that they currently have, the PDP. Okay, so now that we know that LIS is a federal program, what is Medicaid?
State program.
So I'm going to put F right here for federal, okay? And Medicaid C-A-I-D. Medicaid is a what kind of program?
State.
It's a state program. Now, what is Medicaid? Exactly.
It helps to cover their medical costs.
Medicaid is a program that is governed by the state to help certain individuals with low income cover their medical costs. And what else? Does it give them food? Does it pay for their power? Does it pay like a ton of different things? Right? It's a comprehensive plan that takes care of low income families. Okay? Comprehensive plan that takes care of families. Okay? Now, as long as we know what Medicaid is, let's talk about the different types of Medicaid. There are 4 savings modes. 4 savings modes. Now, if you go to medtig.com, Sunny's gonna open up another screen and then she's gonna share it. Once she, yeah, go pull that to the second monitor and go to medtig.com and go to the 4 savings modes and then save it. Then share it on the screen so we can record it, okay? Now, the 4 savings modes for Medicare, why is that important that you know that?
Because it tells you how much they'll be getting if it's premium paid or if it's full Medicaid or what savings will they be?
It actually gives you a number. Gives you a number where their income can be, so you know if they qualify for which program they qualify for. So the big thing that we've seen the last couple of years is, oh, Joe Namath owned the television. And Joe says, what? What does Joe say?
Which will part B premium,
Can you get that 170 back? Can I get your Part B premium back to you? You may qualify. Now, what most people don't understand is Joe Namath one of us? What is Joe Namath doing? Do y'all have a clue?
He's just trying to draw people in so they'll call.
He's selling leads to us. All that is a lead generation system for Medicare agents. He gets them to call, then he charges $47 a pop. You understand that? It's a lead generation system. Joe Namath does not do, or whoever's backing Joe Namath is not selling insurance. They're selling leads to us. Now, they get to lie. They get to go up there and lie to these folks. Do we lie?
No.
No, we do not lie. We do not lie. Because my grandma's 93 years old. My grandma, 93 years old, has every asset you could possibly have. Every asset. And you know what she asked me? Ryan, can I get that 170 back? No, Grandma. You don't qualify. But he said on TV, Grandma, I'm sorry. There's people in this lead. But anyways, 4 savings modes. So have you got the 4 savings modes? Can you hit share for me right quick? So on the 4 savings modes, Sonny, go ahead and let's list that up for me real quick. Can you read off the 4 savings modes so I can write it up here?
QMB, qualified Medicare beneficiary.
QMB.
SLMB.
SLMB, Slimby.
Yes.
SLMB. And what does that mean?
Specified low income Medicare beneficiary.
Okay. And what's the next one?
QI,
QI.
qualifying individual.
And what's the next one?
QDWI. DWI.
What does that mean?
Qualified, disabled, and working individuals.
Bingo. Qualified, disabled, working individual. Okay. Now, go ahead and scroll down and let's go through each one real quick, Sonny. QMB. What's the amount that to qualify for QMB?
For an individual monthly income limit, it's 1,084.
1,084. Now let's go to SLMB. What's the qualified amount?
1,296.
QI.
1,456.
And QDWI.
4,339.
4,300 what?
39.
Okay. So now that we've went to MedTig and we've seen the savings modes and we identified what the savings modes are, now all you have to learn now is what QMB does, what SLMB does, what QI is and QDWI. Okay, that's all you have to know. And it's real simple. Well, now, why is this important to you as an insurance professional, an asset protector? Now go ahead and hit unshare. There we go. Why is that important to you as an insurance professional to know this right here?
So you know what your client would be eligible for?
Right, so LIS, when we apply for LIS, there's a box that you do not check. And it gets sent to the state to see if they can qualify for one of these four. Okay, now, if they have LIS, does it mean they have one of these four programs?
No.
No. But if they have one of these four programs, do they have LIS?
Mhm.
Yes. I knew everyone was on it. I knew everybody's on it. Now, if they have LIS and they haven't used their LIS enrollment, is that an SEP?
Yes.
Yes, it is an SEP. It very much is an SEP. How many times a year can a Medicare, Medicaid, dual, we call that dual eligible, change their plan?
Once a quarter?
Once a quarter, yep. So what is that? Every 3 months? Is that right? My math good? So 4 times a year, right? 4 times a year. 4 times a year. We're not going to talk about stacking right now, but benefits can be stacked. But we won't talk about that right now because that's a much more advanced for someone that needs dentures or whatnot. Okay? Dentures or whatnot. Now, this whole dual SNP plan, dual special needs plan, okay, customer is our customer base. Why are they our customer base? They need the most help. So when I teach y'all about programming these phones and these phone numbers, clients in your phone, why do I do that? Because when they call, you can see who's calling you, who needs you. And you're not just answering your phone blind and they say, well, I got a problem with my plan. And you be like, who is this? But when you do my system, and it is my system, I don't care what anybody else says, it is my system, the way I teach how to program it in. When you do my system, you never ever have a problem knowing who's calling you and what plan they have and when their birthday is and how you should follow up. And in your notes, you should put when their anniversary is. In the notes, anything to make you realize and talk to this customer, and it's special and it's specialized for them. Because if they can change 4 times a year, if you're not treating these customers special, somebody will. Somebody will. And the name of this game is retention. Retention. Do you think every other agent wants your client?
No.
Yes, they do. And if you don't treat these clients special, if you don't treat these customers special, somebody will. Now, becoming an expert, is it hard? Is it hard becoming an expert? You hang out with me for a couple of days, guess what? You are going to be an expert on Medicare because we run into all sorts of things, right? But you got to have a strong foundation so you know what to do and how to approach it. Because if you don't take the time to become a professional, then you're telling me that you're not really a professional. You have to take the time to build the foundation. You have to take the time when you're not with me, doing the things that are required to get you to this point to be with me. Because 90% of my time when we're in the field, we're focusing on sales. We're focusing on technique. we're focusing on talking about objections. We're talking about how I can handle things better. If you don't do the work about each one of the companies and find out, their certification process and look, y'all got to understand, and I know y'all might not be like this, but this is how I am. I don't sleep if I've got stuff to do. I literally come back here at 3:30 in the morning, till 3:30 in the morning to take care of what I need to do so that I can help y'all. Understand? And that's the dedication that you have to do. Because once you build your book of business, you know what 90% of your time is going to be? Maintenance. Answering the phone, talking to them, helping them. And I know that's putting the cart in front of the horse because you got to build your book of business. But I'm telling y'all that the work that you put in is going to be far worth it. Now, the advantage that we have over every single agent on the planet. Seriously, the advantage? Y'all know this. Y'all know what this is. You have the resources to do the job. 90% of agents have no clue what this is and why this is important. They have no clue because their managers just went out there, go do this. And it takes them 3 years to figure out. I mean, literally, it takes them 3 years to figure out this right here. They make mistakes. They don't understand. Okay, let's give a prime example. They don't understand how it works. So you're in an area with someone that's a partial. Let's talk about partial. There's a partial Medicaid, which means what? Anybody? The Part B is paid for, right? The Part B is paid for. That's partial Medicaid. And then there's full Medicaid, which means that's everything. Now, in an area that a partial Medicaid person is in, let's just say they don't have a dual SNP plan. Dual SNP stands for dual special needs plan. Let's just say there's not a dual special needs plan there that is a partial. So like United Healthcare, Dual Complete is a partial. Cigna's Total Care is a partial. They can still get the dual SNP. But let's say neither one of those plans are there. What do?
Can put them on a premium, a plan with a premium and that gets covered.
Exactly. So like United Healthcare Plan 2 or WellCare's Assist program. Okay. Now, the unexperienced agent that doesn't know anything about what we're doing, they come in and they say, oh my gosh, this agent put them on a premium plan. What was he thinking? You're getting charged $27 for a premium plan. I'm going to switch you to plan 2 so you have a 0 premium plan. Did that agent do a service to your client? Why?
Because the plans with the premium, higher premiums, they have a lower out-of-pocket max and more of the.
Down, right? More down, more benefits. But that agent didn't know the forced savings mode to be smart enough to know the premium was being paid. So you got an uneducated agent out here messing your book of business up because they're ignorant. And it takes the average agent 3 years to figure this out. And probably 4 or 5 insurance complaints. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back. I'm going to see my client. I'm going to cancel their plan. Because as long as it goes in effect, you can call the company and cancel it, and it's no good. And I'm going to file a complaint on that insurance agent with the state. Period. I am. Do you know why? I don't like dummies in this business. I don't like ignorant people in this business because It hurts seniors. It hurts seniors. And do we need dummies in this business?
Yeah.
Because it makes us look bad, makes me look bad. They call me up, Brian, I just had somebody out here that told me I could get that $27 back. Well, that would be fine and good if you weren't one of the 4 savings modes and you know, the state didn't pay it for you. Because you're not going to get anything back. You're just going to lose all those benefits because this jackleg came in and told you a lie. And just because you're ignorant of the truth does not mean you're not lying. You understand that, right? Like get pulled over by a state trooper and you think it's 55 and it's really 35. What's he going to say? Your ignorance is not, is irrelevant. So when I say become an expert, that's what I mean. Become an expert. Is that not a prime example of? Yeah. And how long did it take to learn it? 35 minutes maybe took us to learn this. Now, next time you see a customer paying $27 or $29 or $32.50, what are you going to do? What's the first thing you're going to do?
Check to see what level they qualify for, because it may be that their premium can be paid or is being paid, so that they can stay in the plan like she was saying.
So what you're going to do is you're going to look up their LIS level, of course, on the top, okay? On your top screen when you go in and you put it in. Then you're going to go to the one tab over that is the Medicaid. And then it's going to tell you if it's full or partial. And if they have a premium on that plan, you're going to understand that it is a paid plan for them. And then you can actually go through and search and make sure it's the best plan for them. You're going to search and make sure it's the best plan for them. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but you should. I was at this convention and they wanted everyone to do 3 carriers. 3 carriers and forget about the rest. 3 carriers and forget about the rest. Let me tell you why that's a bad idea. Can anybody tell me why that's a good idea? Oh, because you don't want to do the work. Oh, well, that makes sense. You don't want to do the work. So, you know, why 3 carriers is a bad idea is because you won't be able to help people, every single person that you meet. Because in good conscience, all you can do is what you can do. And if you only got 3 carriers, that's not always going to be the best plans for your customers. We're here to serve the customer, not serve your wallet. You hear me? We're here to serve the customer, not serve your wallet. And if anybody comes at me like they're just worried about their wallet, there's a door. I know it's hard. I know this job is hard, but it's the most rewarding thing in the world when you help a senior change their lives. And how do you do that? By becoming an expert. Every day you should be striving to learn something new. And today I urge you to go to medtic.com, start reading, and start picking up nuggets. Nuggets that you put in your tool bag and you use when you need it. Again, I'm Brian Martin. Thank you for joining me for a little bit of training today. Look forward to seeing you. Talk to you soon.